Can you hear me?
Sit down, kids, and strap on in. The attention span is about to begin. Kirby's at the desk, bringing the heat, and the boys on the couch are never taking defeat. We're gonna bet it all on the money line. The attention span is in session tonight. Tell me what you think. Should I take the parlay? If they score, you gotta drink. Hey, we're just getting started. We're getting yards on the ground. Defense is playing tight. The attention span is in session tonight.
How much you willing to buy that big Murph rookie card off me for?
I would say I'd probably buy that big Murph rookie card off you for a clean $10.
So I'll take it. Considering Colix priced it at about $1.70.
That was it.
I mean, it's the base version, but it's still a cool card.
It's got to go up with the Super Bowl ring in his resume now.
Yeah, I mean, if it was an insert, probably at least a few bucks, but it's probably a pretty common card.
Okay, okay. Well, fuck. What's up, class? Welcome to Detention Span. We got Big Perk joining us in tonight on the show. We're going over some March Madness talk. The Sonics, they may be coming back. We're going to dig into that. We got What's Perk Pulling, a new card segment we're doing on the show. Big Perk's going to be pulling a mystery tin he got from Walgreens earlier.
Should I flash it to the show now, or should I wait?
You go ahead, flash it to the show. You got to tease them with what we're doing.
What will be little stuff and don't know where that came from.
I think that was from stuffed animals that we got.
But got this from Walgreens today behind the counter. It is some sort of mystery tin. It's got LeBron on the cover. It includes 3 basketball packs. Could be any packs from anywhere, from anybody, from any year. And it's got 2 bonus items, and the bonus items could be cards, extra packs. We'll see. I'm excited. I've actually had some decent luck with some of my Walgreens pulls, believe it or not. A little bit of a sleeper in the card market out there.
No, you and Carter have been eating at Walgreens. I literally, that would probably be one of the last spots I suspected or expected places to sell cards and hold cool ones that have certain value. I mean, we pulled the 2 Cooper flags out.
They have like a lot of like the value packs, which are like the stuff where you're just gonna get a lot of cards, but it's a lot of base. So like they're cheap. That's like a lot of cards for cheap, but like there's still a chance you could pull something out of there. And like they got some fun little mystery stuff. Like I bought a Pokemon little mystery pack. It was 4 packs for $20. The value of it for those 4 packs would have been about $45-50. You go to any card store or retailer, and I got those 4 packs for $20 and a couple decent pulls. Made more than my $20 off those. So,
dude, you literally got the whole entire staff of this show addicted to ripping cards. All we've been doing I don't even know if we're gonna have a gambling segment this year because we've been spending all our money on cards. We haven't even been sports gambling.
And now the professor is becoming the collector.
You're the pack professor now. Oh, so we got someone I think joining us in. Someone's coming down the studio hallway. I don't know who that could be. Oh, they could have just stopped halfway and stopped at the fridge.
Just one of our staff members. Just forgot the schedule.
I know. I mean, I know they're preparing team dinner for us tonight, but you think they would have respected the on-air light button that was going on.
What's security doing? They going to the bathroom?
I know both of them.
Not supposed to be letting anyone in during these hours.
Well, both of them got stuffed animals and new bones this week, so they could be occupied by those. So they're not doing their job.
That's rough.
No, it is, bro. I pulled it to the What's Perk pulling screen because I realized I didn't add another screen that would just be us two talking. So I'm like trying to concentrate. I was like going if you watch the episode in the first like minute, I'm trying to go back and forth between me and you, and I was like, I should have just made one that has like both screens for the intro. But so we're on the What's Perk polling list right now, so it's a tease.
You live and you learn, man. That's what's fun about this show is the audience that's watching now is they're progressing with us. They're watching us in the early stages. They're watching us learn. They're watching us get better. And I hope they enjoy it.
Oh, they have been. Hopefully, I appreciate everyone who's been watching. I know that I would argue it's harder to get 15 views than 15,000 or 150,000. So I mean, I just think we're doing numbers differently around here. I don't know. I think we're the new standard for the podcast industry.
I would say so.
I think it would be a shame if those numbers went up. I don't think I'm telling our listeners right now, don't watch our show. Don't let the numbers go up. We're trying to consistently stay at 15.
I don't know if that's a wise marketing strategy there. We might have to talk about that one behind camera.
That's basically just pulling energy cards for a cent on the dollar. But we're teasing we got
what the hell is security doing, man?
Obviously mad that they got passed by. But yeah, we're just teasing what Perk's digging. I don't know, or what Perk's pulling. I guess we got to get into March Madness before we get into what's Perk pulling. But we also got some Ask the Class. Followed by, actually, I think what I want to get into first is the announcement that all the NBA owners are going to be voting on next week. Do you mind if we get into that first?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about it.
All right. As you can see, I'm dressed for this segment, and we have flash to the screen. But next week, let's get the correct term here. I want to read the exact message that the NBA conveyed through all the sports channels today. All right. So the NBA, a new developing story in the league. They will hold a vote at the board governors meeting next week. I believe is March 24th and 25th, right? So that's next week. To explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. The two franchises are targeted to begin in the 28 and 29 season. So, huge vote next week. I feel like I'm very close to kissing Adam Silver's shiny bald head and just making out with it if he has this come to fruition. But that's so exciting. I can't believe that it's final. It felt like for a long time they were just going on about how the talks were ongoing and they're being discussed, but there was nothing permanent or nothing like set in stone that they were going to bring up. And now they got the vote coming up next week, kind of out of nowhere. But I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I wish it could come sooner than what they're saying. I thought it was 27, 28 was when it would at least start.
It said 28, 29. So hopefully I'm alive for that. That would suck if I'm, like my second favorite team. We got to get the Sonics. Maybe they can vote to get it to the 27, 28 season, which I guess would be next year. So, I mean, it does seem far away, but it's pretty close.
It would be like 2 years. They would have all of next season to prepare it. Which, I mean, I don't personally know what they would need to take that long, It's like they got the arena there.
I think the owners have to vote on what's a fair price to start the auctioning or the bidding off for an NBA team, or if you just, I don't know if they're voting where if it's like the franchise tag, you have to take the average of the last 3 sold franchises in the NBA or maybe 3 current franchises within professional sports, whatever their equation is for that, how they decide to do that. I imagine it's probably some median based average on what. Yeah, I'd say the Power 3 sports
there's
go
like
for.
A lot of factors that probably have to go into pricing that, because I feel like bringing back the Seattle Sonics isn't just necessarily like starting a new a new team. Like, you just start a new team in one of these leagues, it's probably not worth necessarily a whole lot, but you're bringing back the Seattle Sonics. Like, I feel like that alone that franchise is already has to be worth more than half the NBA teams.
Oh, it has to be. I mean, I'm seeing right now the sales projections being in the range of $7 to $10 billion. And I mean, and what's crazy too, I don't know if Bezos wants to cash in and do the little double dip here, spend 10 bill on the Seahawks and then 10 bills on the Sonics, get them both for 20 bill, and then you're just pumping out. I mean, I feel like if I was a billionaire and I had that money, I would be in the running right now to own the Sonics. Like Bezos would have to outbid me if I was also a billionaire.
Change the name of both teams to Bezos United.
Oh God, the Seattle. I know we were I was gonna say Supersonics, but we could just be the Super Bezos or the Super Zons, the Amazon Sonics. Amazon Sonics has a cool ring to it.
The Amazon Sonics.
It's kind of dope. And then, or the Amazon Hawks, the Prime Hawks, the Prime Seahawks. That'd be kind of dope. But I could definitely see him being in the bidding for that. But I'm going to have to get season tickets if they come back. I have no other choice. I have to go try and snag 2 of them.
Yeah, those are going to be steep.
They got to do like some type of raffle base for that, right?
Yeah, there'll be something. That's going to be hard to win. Everyone in Washington's going to be doing that.
If the owners vote no on this, I'm done with the NBA.
They would be stupid too. I feel like why would you say no? It has to be profitable. Like you're bringing back a pretty big market, and I feel like that'd be big for the NBA right now to kind of stretch more of the talent out and have a couple of new teams in. You know, I feel like there's a lot of good hoopers out there, and like. You have 32 NFL teams that have 53 spots, and then 30 NBA teams that have 12 to 15 spots. And there's a lot of good hoopers. But then you go from college football where you only have 100 NCAA teams, and college basketball you have 400 something.
Oh God.
And so but then only a tiny fraction of them can make the NBA. Whereas the NFL, you're having a bunch of college guys who weren't even that good in college. There's so many spots in the NFL that they're still getting tryouts. I feel like, the NBA, there's room for more to open up with those opportunity for those kinds of hoopers,
I think there'd be a lot of free agents too, just biting at the bit to come and play for a franchise like the Sonics.
Yeah, no, I definitely would.
Especially just with how all the winning culture going on right now with the Seahawks and Mariners. Who wouldn't want to come and try to make that team one of the best in the NBA? I guarantee.
Paulo Banchero, KD come to town.
I was gonna say Paulo and Joker. That would be.
I don't think Joker gives a crap about Seattle.
He does, bro. I think he's homies with Deadlift Shrimp.
Joker probably doesn't even remember the Seattle Sonics.
Joke, if you're listening,
our age.
Is
maybe
Joker,
a year older
Joker,
than us.
He probably is our age. I don't know.
He might be a year or two older than us, but.
When was the Quesarito coming out?
But he probably barely remember. Probably doesn't. The Sonics probably don't hold any significance to him.
That's true. No, that's definitely. I'm gonna have to hit the lottery from now to maybe the next year and a half if I want a shot at signing Joker to the Sonics and becoming the owner of the Sonics. I feel like I could be Jerry Buss 2.0, just old Kirby Mike out in the scene. So we'll see. It could be a fun time.
I have to pull some good cards.
You're gonna have to get me on the best type of Pokemon cards. We're gonna need multiple just gold or holographic.
I feel like Pokemon cards are harder to hit. The thing with Pokemon is I think you get more often chunk hits out of Pokemon, but the sky isn't as high necessarily as with sports cards. There are obviously you see the few Pokemon cards that have gone for thousands, and there are those that will, but a little rarer, and those are more older ones or whatnot. But with sports cards, just about every set, there's a couple cards that are like gonna go for an insane amount. Like somebody's 1 of 1 auto, star player's 1 of 1 auto is gonna go for something nuts.
That's what I've noticed is they fill the sports cards out with more hits than the Pokemon, because this one babe I was showing you on YouTube.
Well, it's like
she's always pulling cards I have. There's a lot of base. We have a lot of the similar base cards.
Well, the thing is, Pokemon, you'll get more chunk hits, and then football, like sports, though, you'll get like you can get a whole box, and you'll get nothing more than like $3 in that box. Or it's like Pokemon, that's probably a little less to happen. You'll probably get at least one card that's like $10 to $20 in that box. But like Pokemon, you're probably not gonna get that $100,000, $10,000 play. Which, I mean, sports not gonna make people think, oh, you have a real chance to really get that in sports packs. That's a very small chance too. But
oh yeah,
sports, they have more of those cards than Pokemon does.
Yeah, no, I feel like I've seen you hit more on the sports cards than the I mean, you have some dope Pokemon cards.
Pokemon than I
have you?
Sports, yeah.
I guess I've only been around you when you're opening sports packs.
And I've hit more. Like I'm saying, Pokemon has more chunk hits, whereas like my biggest hit was the WWE. Has been WWE so far.
It's a nice looking card.
But yeah, my Pokemon, I've had a lot more like chunk hits. Like I've had some nice sports pulls, but I've only had one crazy thing so far. Like I said, that WWE pull, but.
Nice, and that's our NBA expansion recap.
We linked it to cards. Dang it!
We didn't even bring up LeBron's probably going to be owning the Vegas team, but fuck, I don't give a fuck.
How
about
do we
that.
even start that convo?
We were talking about this. We're on the Sonic Boom segment where we're talking about my wet dream coming true of my Sonics coming back. Because honestly, bro, the Sonics playing basketball is my second favorite live sporting event to watch. I mean, I went all the time when I was a kid, and it was just so much. Basketball is just awesome to watch in person. It's probably bang for your buck. It's probably the best like viewing option if you're gonna go buy a ticket to a live sporting event.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like you see everything better.
If
WWE.
You go to the right night. Well, nowadays you could show up and both teams' best 2 players could be sitting out.
That's true. I guess it's more from the fact that, like there's always like little side events going on in the show, and then halftime there's usually something cool.
Yeah.
So it feels like something's always happening at a basketball game versus like a lot of downtime at like baseball. I mean, I guess they do a lot of stuff. I mean, all the sporting events you go to have like some type of host nowadays.
Oh yeah.
But
no, I'm pumped though. Like I'm always gonna be a Celtics fan, number one, just because I've been for so many years now. But like I'll always root for Seattle against anyone but them. I'll rep some Sonic stuff, and I'm just excited to have it local and have the opportunity to go to a Sonics game with the boys on the weekend.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just saying if that does happen,
No, for sure, bro. I mean, if there's a certain dude you want to see coming to town, you're like, dude,
gotta
within
go see
40
Sonic
minutes.
Celtics every time.
Oh, that's gonna be a huge rivalry in this show.
Watch JT whip up that butt.
JT ain't whipping that Joker butt. That Joker Sonic butt.
I love that you're on that. Just somehow Joker is going to be infatuated with becoming a Sonic.
You don't think Joker would be the perfect Sonic?
I mean, I would have to see how the team is built around him, first of all. Because I feel like Joker's obviously a special player, probably the best player in the league.
I'd buy him any horse he wants if I was the owner to get him over here.
But he is a defensive liability. So if you have a couple other guys on that team that can't really defend, probably don't really want Joker, honestly. Because as many buckets as he's going to help your team get,
don't be calling him Big Luka right now.
He's
getting swats.
If you have him and Luka on the same team, they're both getting toasted.
You're gonna need some fucking You're gonna need like 3 more Carusos to finish that roster, just fucking spazzing around.
And you're gonna need a 40-point triple-double from Joker and Luka every night.
Do you think 3 Carusos and Joker and Luka could win a finals?
Probably. I mean, it's like probably 2 of the best players in basketball right now. I mean, literally, probably Wemby is literally like, I mean, I guess those 3 are top 4. You got JT as well.
Just throwing JT in at 5.
2.
2? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Who do you have at 1?
I have Joker right now just because like the MVPs and in triple-double machine, then JT, and then I got Luka and then Wemby.
I think we're forgetting about the Freak.
Oh yeah,
Freak's been hurt though, man.
yeah.
I still got the Freak up there.
He ain't done much the last few years. Freak might be the washed Freak.
Not the washed. You can't be sleeping with the washed Freak. There's no fun in that. There's no more excitement in banging a washed Freak.
No, he's definitely not washed. He's still insane. But I hope he gets. He's kind of a player where in today's NBA, because of the way the NBA's played, and like you really do have to be able to stretch the floor in some capacity to win now. Where like Giannis has to be on a certain team build to succeed.
That's true.
And he was not like that team was structured that way when they did win. Just a lot of 3-point shooting around him. It's really what you need because he's not that guy, but he's going to get double teamed every time he drives. So you got 4 other dudes that can shoot at over a 35% clip or so at least. You got a pretty decent shot at winning, but yeah.
Well, that's a long way of saying you want him on the Celtics, him and JT.
Hey, man, just about everyone can shoot on our team.
GA and JT. Hey, by the way, speaking of JT, the Rizzler was rocking JT's last night at AEW Revolution.
Oh, was he?
He got, remember, did you see the video? He got shoved down.
Yeah.
And then Big Justice went and saved him with the spear, but he was rocking the JTs.
I love how those guys are just like part of AEW's main roster now.
They're like, they're the tried and true on the pre-match show. Like that's like their spot.
Really?
But credit to them, they fucking put asses in the seats for an hour before. So I mean, you're helping the arena sell beer, get food.
If you're going to an
It's worth
AEW event, you're like you gotta go get your buddy's worth. Go see
have to.
the freaking Rizzler.
That's the nice thing about WWE is they probably sell alcohol longer than sporting events because they're like, I don't know when to close the tab on everybody. But actually, I remember one of the times they actually did kind of sell beer or stop selling beer.
Yeah, like 6.
an hour.
Every
into the show.
sporting event is required to stop within like an hour or so, or like, isn't it baseball? They stop in like the 8th or 9th inning or whatever.
Should be able to treat it like it's a bar, just open bar the whole game. And then we should be able to hang out in the stadium.
They don't want to be responsible for people
Just blacking out.
not driving home. And
Joke's on them. We're pre-gaming for WWE events.
yeah.
No, I would never been blacked out I would not want to be blacked out at a WWE event. There's just too many walks of life that you just wouldn't want to piss off. And you never know if the camera's going to pan to you. That could be a bad look. Just being on Netflix, just almost falling over, drooling over yourself.
It's like while one of the wrestlers are like coming down your aisle, and you're just like, you just fall over right into him, get punched.
Jey Uso's just yeeting and just fall into his knee and break his leg. Like,
You fall into Travis Scott trying to perform. He gives you the slap he gave Cody Rhodes.
he'd fucking put his blunt out on you, bro. That dude's always smoking weed at WWE events. So jealous.
I would chuck it if I was at a WWE event, Travis Scott came down my aisle, I would throw him down.
Is that because you hate his music or for what he did to Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I just think he sucks. He's so
You
annoying.
literally wanted to buy the Cactus Jack WWE cards.
I do think the cards are cool.
Okay, then you gotta think he's somewhat cool. Have you ever bumped Sicko Mode in your car?
Not that song. I have bumped Travis Scott.
Okay, bro, you're being a
not
hypocrite.
That song.
Okay, bro. I guess you've just never been one-on-one looking death in the eye on the treadmill, and Sicko Mode comes on and finishes it for you.
Yeah, I probably haven't even heard that song since like 2021.
You should listen to it. Banger. That's a banger, mate. Have you seen that Jim? It's like Jim something, but he's like that British bro, and he's always like hitting the shoulder roll, and he's like to that Madonna song, and he's always just like talking about like getting a coffee. Oh, he's always like, that's a banger, mate. And he's always just dancing. He's a good vibe. He's one of the cool streamers. I usually hate a lot of like the IRL dudes who are bugging people, but I mean he's pretty dope. I'd have a cup of coffee with him.
Heck yeah.
But we're literally still on the Sonic Boom segment. Maybe we should shift over. Should we shift over to some March Madness talk?
Yes, sir. I'm with it.
Alrighty. So let me just make sure we got it on. We forgot to fill the bracket out on the chalkboard. I guess
It's okay, it's up there for them.
Yeah, maybe that will be the Elite Eight. We'll print it out for the Elite Eight, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can remember like a year ago we picked certain items and did a Detention Madness.
Yeah.
Maybe we should save it for that. I'll print out some certain things and put it on the bracket. We'll do a Detention Madness next episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be dope. Maybe we can get Big Dunk and Mick Carter back for that episode.
Yeah.
I remember that was actually a banger for the class. They liked that one.
Yeah, that's fun.
But it's finally here, bro. Conference championship just ended. I lost again on the St. John's UConn over.
I forgot to ask you about how that ended up going. I didn't really watch the end of that. But
UConn didn't score for 5.5 minutes, I believe, at one point in the end.
I know St. John's kind of gave it to him.
I walked into the casino going, bet St. John's +2 and walk out. Don't bet this over. Like this over, the line is shifted. It's
You could have taken the St. John's money line.
I should have taken the Johnny's money line, but I keep picking winners and switching last second. So I'm taking a break until probably Thursday. I might go try to get an underdog.
There's a couple lines that were tempting. I saw Kentucky was like, I think just -2 at first just against Santa Clara, and I was like about to just heading over and see if they had that at Muckleshoot or something already, because I was like if I'm gonna bet something, that would be it. But I saw they're like -4.5 now, which personally I think they probably still cover that. I don't think Santa Clara is that great, and I think Kentucky's pretty talented. They're not a great team either. I think they figured it out a little more, but as the class can see, I do have Kentucky. Although I said they're not a great team, I do have them in my Final Four.
That is true. We do have our brackets up over in the corner. We're gonna get into our Final Four predictions. See if we'll have to come back to those. See if they hold up. See if we were right or if we're just like an idiot, like I always am. I always think I always daydream about having the perfect bracket, and then like going on all these sports talk shows and talking about how I picked, like all the stats went into it, but in reality, I just think I got high.
It's
going
gonna
to
be someone that looks nothing like us. It's gonna be some absolute schlub that's probably never touched a basketball in his life that gets it.
It'll probably be or it could be some dude's hot bimbo girlfriend. Who's like,
Yeah.
I picked him for the colors. I like the logo better.
Well, my friend went here, and I had an ex that went there, so I didn't want to pick them.
Yeah, ends up picking like a crazy 14 versus, would it be 3 or would it be, or like
14 versus 3 seed?
Yeah, just a crazy upset. That would be insane.
I think my proudest March Madness bracket prediction I ever had was, I believe they were a 14 seed. I think you can probably fact check me on this, but pretty sure they were a 14 seed in this tournament. Shit, who were they playing? But Stephen F. Austin was a 14 seed, and I took them to win in the first round against somebody, and they did win.
Let's see here, Stephen. They upset West Virginia.
Yes, that's who it was.
Was it 2019?
Is that what it was?
Or 2016?
Yeah, I think it was 2016. I was gonna say, I think I was in high school. They were a 14 seed, right?
Yes, I was. This just has when it says a 16 seed beat. Was it UMBC? They beat Virginia that year. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. Or that was the year. That was like
2018.
2 years after, I think, or a year after, I believe.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was
it was 2016.
Yeah, that was my proudest March Madness bracket pick I've ever made, was taking a 14 to beat a 3, and it came true.
What made you like that team?
I remember they just had a lot of shooters on that team. They had one dude specifically. His name, I believe, was Thomas Walkup, I think was his name. His last name was Walkup, I know for sure. But yeah, I remember he was a schwapper. And I remember like all 5 dudes on their team could hit. They weren't very big, but they could shoot. And there was some mismatch or some match way about how they matched up with West Virginia. I was like, you know what? I think they can just shoot over these guys. And they did.
What a pick, bro. You've always I would say, have been my number one college expert dating back to maybe 8th grade. I mean, you've always been on college hoops, and I mean, you showed me the beautiful One Shining Moment song after it ended.
My favorite,
I really didn't pay attention to it when I was younger, and then once you got me into it, it just hits so different.
It does, especially when you actually like invest in the season too, especially and like watch a lot of college basketball throughout the year, and then like that hits afterwards. It's like low key, like just hits you. You're like, damn, it's over now.
Time flies, and the ball is tipped. How did you want to break down this March Madness preview? Obviously, we're gonna hop into our Final Fours, but what were you saying? How you wanted to pick like a few upsets that we liked, a few storylines that we liked?
Yeah, I'm down to go. However, yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I have Duke and Houston playing on one side of my Final Four, and Arizona and Kentucky. Yeah. And yeah, so I have one region getting pretty wild there. The region with Michigan. I'll have to pull this up here on my I know I got this saved in my files here, but yeah. I got to kind of explain myself, because I know people are kind of wondering how I got kind of a Kentucky out of all teams coming out of the Midwest.
Yeah,
but
let me hear that. I got to see where I parted ways with Kentucky, because I guarantee it was several stops before that.
Yeah, I know Michigan's. I'm trying to remember the player's name, but they're dealing with an injury right now, and they've just been so wishy-washy this year that I don't know if I can trust them.
So you had them going beating Iowa State.
Kentucky, yes, I did.
That's where I have Iowa State.
Yeah, I have them. I think that's going to be a good game. But I think Iowa State's a well-coached team, but I don't know. They always seem to like really thrive off just having like one of the best home records, and then sometimes it's not showing up. But
I was surprised how many SEC teams got in. I believe it was 10.
Yeah, and people wanted Oklahoma and Auburn to make it. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that was rough to see Bruce Pearl kind of crying about Auburn not getting in, and
I actually
getting snubbed over SMU.
Fun fact: I actually did have Alabama making the Final Four when I made this bracket at first yesterday, but I don't know if you saw the news this morning.
No.
Their second leading scorer, Holloway, I believe his last name is Aiden Holloway, got arrested.
What did he do? Oh, was it marijuana charges? I think I saw that.
Was it just marijuana charge? Yeah, so
is he'll probably be able to play still. Or is he still locked up?
I don't know. But I mean, I was really shaky on them. I mean, that whole region is a lot of teams I'm just shaky on, to be honest. That's really how I feel about that region. It's like no one I like trust fully. And I just kind of went with Kentucky in their highest paid NIL roster to come ball out. I kind of was thinking maybe it's like an Ohio State situation in the playoff 2 years ago, or when they beat us in the CFP. Like in the regular season, they didn't really necessarily ever look like the best team of college football. But then once like the tournament started, every game they kind of looked like, okay, that was the Ohio State team. That was the highest paid NIL. That's what I kind of have a feeling might happen here. I don't know. We haven't seen it, but I mean, I don't think it'll happen to that extent, but I think they'll look a lot better than they have. I think they'll lock in neutral court.
I mean, they have a favorable stretch until they'd have to evidently end up maybe playing Michigan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh, who's here?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, you're good. Just let Zoe know she's fired. Yeah, so I was gonna say is this the same bracket or no? The Midwest is different than, or is the West with the Midwest? Is Gonzaga? Because Gonzaga, I have Gonzaga. I don't know if you want to get into Gonzaga talk, but I have Purdue beating Gonzaga again. Probably didn't want to hear that.
I don't even have Purdue getting to us.
You don't?
Nope.
You got Miami over Purdue?
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I got the Canes coming in and washing over the Boilermakers.
See, I feel like I just didn't want to overthink that one. I was like, I'll just take the Big Ten champs off the shoot. A lot of returning players on that team.
Dude, they're
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming in. That's the most embarrassing shit. Your mom coming in during the middle of the show. Oh, like, hey,
She's coming
Kirby.
How many glasses of wine has she had? Because she's been in here 4 times. She knows we've been doing this.
Oh my gosh. Actually, we're in a pretty expensive studio that we pay rent for in downtown big city, so we're totally
Just
not
in the cafeteria having some wine right now.
Yeah, she's just bugging us. We're totally not in the garage or anything. Jesus. People are probably gonna comment you're so mean to her, but I'm having a talk with her and Zoe. The recording light was on. Where were we? We were talking about how Gonzaga's probably gonna get upset in the first round. Is that what we were talking about?
No, we're running through Kennesaw State, and then
You got Braun Breaker first round.
I think it's gonna be yeah, that's true. I think it's gonna be NC State that sees us in the second round. That's my prediction. Is we see NC State. I think they beat BYU.
Is BYU kind of banged up right now?
Yeah. And I don't know. BYU's been overrated all year long and just haven't really been able to win any big games.
I could see that. I also selected the Texas NC State for that. I did not pick BYU to win it at either. What's like, maybe should we give like our 3 picks that we like for the first round?
Like upset picks or just like, or like
just 3 straight picks that you would take. It can be upset too. Like I got an upset, and then we could do 3 straight picks.
Just like an interesting game, but we're like really sure about a game.
Yeah, and then maybe like we can do after that. We can do our upsets.
All right, I'm with it.
Okay, my first one is I'm gonna take TCU over Ohio State. I really like TCU. I think they score a lot of points. Ohio State has had a better year than they have previously, and they're back in the dance for the first time in several years. But I don't know. I think I've seen this TCU team compete with the best teams in the country. I believe they beat, I want to say Iowa State. I'd have to look up, I believe Houston, but they had a lot of quad 1 wins.
Yeah,
and no, they look pretty.
Iowa State's been playing some good ball as well though lately. I took Ohio State in that one actually. I do think that's a good first round game though, and that's the first game of the tournament. So that's gonna be an interesting game.
Let me look up. I just want to see. So they beat Texas Tech. They beat Iowa State. They also beat. No, it was close with Arizona, close with BYU, and it was close with Houston. I want to say they had a big win early in the year. They barely lost to Michigan by 4, and then they beat Wisconsin, and they beat Florida earlier in the year. So, I mean, they beat Texas Tech, Florida, Wisconsin, who I think are all pretty good teams. So, I think it's, like you said, a really good matchup. I think that's going to be a really fucking close game.
Oh, yeah. No, it definitely will.
All right, you give me your pick. You go now. We'll just go bar for bar. Unless my mom walks in again, then we can stop.
Just any pick or not upset picks?
Yeah, not upset. Yeah, just give me like a straight pick that you think that you would ride with. And if you tell me it, I'll pull up the spread on it.
Trying to think of a good one to give here. That's not like already obvious. I'll go with I'll stay on the Kentucky train here. Kentucky over Santa Clara at a 7-10. I mean, I think Santa Clara is for some reason been overrated all year. I haven't really seen the quality in any of. I mean, I guess they got that win over St. Mary's, but I also have thought St. Mary's has been a little bit over looked at by these by the committee, and I don't know why they've been so highly esteemed, to be honest. Like, I guess it's been good for Gonzaga because it added some resume wins for them, but yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that Santa Clara was as safely in the tournament as they were at a 10 seed, and I kind of think Kentucky's going to just run them off the floor by 20 plus.
Going off your St. Mary's comment, they split with them within the past month and a half. St. Mary's beat them, and then they came back and beat them. As you know, they also lost to Gonzaga in the WCC tournament?
Yeah. I don't think Santa Clara lost to us three times this year.
So I mean, like you said, I know Gonzaga Kentucky wasn't fairly close.
No, we beat them by like 40.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's like a good mark to go off
I
of.
wish Gonzaga would. I think if the Michigan matchup would be tough. I think this tournament, it's just really a matter of like what teams are going to see each other and get, favorable matchups. Because I think there's a lot of teams at the top that really aren't farly separated from each other, but like it's just all about how they kind of match up against each other.
No, that makes sense, man. Right now I'm seeing Kentucky minus 3.5, over unders 160. So they expect a lot of points coming from that game.
Yeah.
That's like, I fucking hate betting college basketball overs because if you have bet a bunch of overs like I have, you break the math into 10-minute increments and you're like, I need this amount of points and this, know, so you get behind.
Once you're at like 10 minutes, you times that score by 4, and whether you're on pace or not, you're like, oh.
Oh, you can tell. You can fucking tell.
Or when you're like hit that 10-minute mark, you're like, okay, I'm on pace, and then the next 5 minutes are no baskets, and then the next thing you know, you're like nowhere close to hitting. Just that quick it flips, and you're like, oh.
For real, bro. All right, another pick I liked Akron plus 7.5 over Texas Tech. I have Texas Tech winning that game, but Akron, I feel like, I don't know, they got hoopers. So I thought that was a big spread for a first round game. They're going to come give it their all. So I like 7.5 with Akron.
Okay, we're going spreads here.
Oh, well, I guess we should go back to the bracket. I kind of.
Oh no, I'll pull out a spread here. I'll pull out a spread here that I like. Another one.
I guess if we're going off the criteria I was supposed to go off, I like St. Mary's over Texas A&M.
Okay.
And that's a 7-10 matchup.
Well, I mean, I like giving a spread pick. I like. I'll give one I like too here. I know I'm gonna sound like the Mr. Mid-Major hater and big school rider here, even though I did go with a couple mid-majors in my bracket. But on this one, I like Georgia minus 2.5 a lot. I think their athleticism is just too much for St. Louis. I think St. Louis is a good coach team, good fundamental, but I think right now with the NIL, I think that you see those teams getting through their conferences, but then once they play these other teams that like just ate up all the best athletes from mid-majors already, like they're just getting ran off the court most of the time. And I kind of think that's going to happen here with Georgia and St. Louis. I like Georgia minus 2.5. That's probably the spread I like.
You're going to send the darling of the tournament home on the first game and not even let him become the darling.
I've been anti-white Kareem.
Come on. The white Kareem dream. Bro, he's nasty. I want to see him play. I have St. Louis winning that game just because I think he's going to be a fun watch. That's going to be a fun game. That's a really close spread. And that's another game they expect to score a lot of points. I'm seeing the over-under listed at 170 on that one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points. I feel like these overs are fairly pretty high for it being the first round.
I mean, to be honest, I think Georgia themselves is going to score 90 plus on St. Louis.
That's a lot of points. Okay, so would you take that over at 170? Because you're going to need what? 100, or you're going to need 75 a pop?
80 from St. Louis in that situation then?
Yeah, would 75 a pop win that? Or no? 80, or it'd have to be 85 a pop, right? Or 86, 85, 86, 87.
Yeah, so I think Georgia hits like about 90, like I said in that. So you'd need probably at least 80 from St. Louis, 80 plus.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that happening. That's a lot of fucking points.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I could. If I had to make a score prediction, though, I'm probably going, I don't know.
I want to see.
I guess I'm probably going Georgia, like Georgia's going like 94 to 75.
Okay.
So it misses it by a point.
Not betting that. St. Louis has gone in the past 5, 69 points, 88, which would hit it, but I don't know if that's on George Washington, 57, 79, and 91. So I don't know what the median of that would be.
I can't wait to get clipped by a St. Louis fan.
This is going to get clipped.
Go Georgia 94 to 75, and then it's going to cut into it.
We put the
into
music
Robbie
on
Avila's highlights.
You make us delete that, bro. From the Notre Dame cut we did on you in the Lost Archives. It still makes you mad.
Yeah, we're not bringing that up.
Make it or break it year. Another thank you, live audience. Another Jesus. Oh, hold up. Let's go back to the March Madness. Another pick that I was gonna roll with. This was kind of a don't overthink it. Was I'm taking Nebraska over Troy. I've bet on a lot of Troy basketball. I've seen this team play a lot, but I think Nebraska is just a better, more physically gifted team than Troy. So I know you got alma mater ties to the Troy squad. So I know I'm kind of coming at you.
Troy with the first round upset.
Oh, you have Troy
for the second year in a row.
Nebraska. Well, the thing is, Nebraska's never won a tournament game.
I know.
So I'm like,
and they're gonna get it crushed again.
Oh, not by Troy. I want to be on the right side of history.
I want to see the same. I remember when Nebraska, the last time they were in the tournament, I was in Omaha, and we're out. Me and Big Dunk were at the bar watching the game, and all the Nebraska fans are out, and they got shat on by Texas A&M, I believe it was. And I remember this girl was standing up just in front of the bar, like right in front of the bartenders, just going, "Boo! Boo!" The bartenders are just looking at her like, can you like do this somewhere else? She's gonna get up. She was having a bad day, dude.
Bro,
there was some tears running in that bar. Like it was a cry. And I just kind of want to imagine that's happening again because of my boys, the Red Mambas.
Bro, think about how happy if she was that upset. Think about how happy she would be if they finally got that dub.
Yeah, but think about how happy the Red Mambas are gonna be when they get that dub.
You know what? They would be jumping in the P-Town streets, I'll tell you that.
Shout out, bro.
Shout out. You know who you are. Okay, another pick. I guess let's go into the upset, okay? This is an upset I like. I'm taking Penn over Illinois. They got this Powers kid who I believe hooped at, I want to say it was Virginia, and another Power 4 school. But anyway, he's found his way at Penn, and this dude dropped 42 points and had 14 rebounds in the Ivy League championship. And they're fast, man. They play some frisky defense. And Illinois is a great team, but I don't know, something about this just smells like a Powers upset to me.
I like Illinois' team a lot. I thought they have an unfortunate path because I think they run into Houston in the Sweet 16.
Okay.
And otherwise, I probably would have had Illinois going a lot further. But yeah, I think Illinois is just far too efficient of an offense to lose to a team like that.
Okay.
But I mean, I like I said, I just told you my one big upset I have with Troy. But the other one I have is another upset I like a lot is South Florida.
UCF?
USF.
I believe yes. I also have USF. Let me pull that game up.
Yeah,
Where is that at? USF, where are you?
Something about Louisville this year. I mean,
yep.
They've at times, they haven't really gone too much of the year fully healthy, and they just don't really have any size, like at least like necessarily reliable size. Like they're really guard heavy, which I mean they spent a lot too, and it's like if you're gonna spend that much, you'd think you would have balanced out your roster a little bit more. And yeah, I'm like looking at these teams here. South Florida's got a couple guys that are gonna be able to really bang it on Louisville, and I think kind of exploit the fact that Louisville ain't that bad. I think Louisville's gonna have to be able to shoot lights out. They're gonna need to shoot like 54% to win that game, I think. Which I mean is very well possible. That's not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever. They're a good team, but they need to do that to win. I think if they don't do that, South Florida's gonna out rebound them, and they're gonna take their time on their possessions. They're gonna win that game.
I'll tell you something that might entice. I mean, I'm hammering this money line. I love I love that pick. They have beat their last 5 opponents by double-digit points. Yeah, like they're on a roll.
They're playing really good ball right now.
So I love that pick. I'm also on USF with you. I think you know what happens when me and you are on the same pick.
That's right.
I don't know the percentage, but I'd have to say it's in the 70s where we're hitting 70% of the time that we like the same bet. I think McNeese is going to get ran by Vandy. Does McNeese still have that fucking nerd that comes out and tries to aura farm?
Isn't he with NC State now?
Oh, he's with the Wolfpack?
That's who I have seeing my Zags.
He could be. He might have more aura than the Zags. That could be rough for your Zags.
It might be somewhere else.
You know what? I think the Zags have the least amount of aura in the tournament.
Oh, don't say that.
They do.
No.
They do. Most overrated tournament team of all time.
Overrated? What?
You can't be blue bloods. You guys are just blue. You haven't got the blood yet. You do have blue Corson, but we don't know if it's blood or not yet. The blue something. You do have the blues from all the
I mean, losses. We're definitely not a blue blood yet. I think blue blood's given out too loosely, but I mean, we're closer to blue blood than I think a lot of schools are, but
I would say you're the number one on the bubble of being a blue blood school.
Yeah, I would say like Michigan State is probably like on that bubble.
Okay, yeah. They do have national championships. They're close to like being a
blue blood, but not really quite.
Is Florida a blue blood? They could be on that bubble.
I feel like they're not really like ever mentioned as one, but I feel like you
go back to back.
I mean, at least the past 20 years, they're one of the more.
Yeah, they won 3 national championships.
Yeah, it's just that they have some gaps where they're like not that good. That I think is like the reason why they're not.
That is true.
It's like the same thing with UConn, which like I mean, UConn I'd probably throw in there now.
Yeah,
but like it's the reason I feel like some people didn't for a while is because like, you know, with Duke, yeah, Duke's not gonna win the Natty every year, but Duke never really has years where they're just totally ass. I mean, North Carolina still does sometimes, but North Carolina's at least at the top a little more consistently, it seems like, than UConn over the last how many years, and who are we just talking about? Michigan State. Or not Michigan State, but
Florida.
Yeah, then Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Florida. Sure. What they've been been to 4 national championships, I think, now in the last 25 years or so, 25, 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, won 3. So
No, I have them going back. I didn't know if you want to maybe get into our Final Fours now.
yeah.
I guess I'll go first. I got Florida facing St. John's. Got the Johnnies going all the way to the Final Four. Just I think it's some last pack magic for Patino.
Okay.
I think he's got one more deep run in him, so I think this could be the year. And then on the other side, I kind of chalked it up a bit, but I do have Arizona and Michigan going at that. I have Arizona beating Michigan. I just think Arizona produces. I think they just play as a team better than Michigan. I think I don't know. I just like their scores more. I trust them more. And unfortunately, I am taking Florida over the Johnnies. I think the magical season has to come to an end because sometimes they just don't show up, and they got a couple players on that team I'm a little iffy about, Darling and forget the other cat's name, but I'm a little iffy on St. John's. But if they show up, they do show up, and
Yeah.
they're a great team. But I'm looking at Florida and Arizona, and I did pick Arizona to win the national championship, crowning LeBron James.
Yeah, shit. He's going to be a national champ. I keep forgetting he's even on the team.
I know.
But yeah, that's as do I. Have Arizona in the Natty, as I pre-mentioned. You see, I have the Houston Duke rematch of last year's Final Four game. That was a really good game. Duke kind of choked away.
They did. That was one of the biggest chokes ever by a Duke team. That was one of the biggest Duke chokes ever.
Yeah. If that game does happen though, as depends on where I'm at in my bracket. I don't know. If I'm like not gonna win, then I'll probably just be rooting for Kelvin. But if I have a good chance to win, then I'm gonna probably have to hope Duke does do what my bracket says. But yeah, on the other side, you see I have Kentucky kind of making the improbable run there, and Wildcat versus Wildcat against Arizona. I think Kentucky will get put back down to earth in that one. Arizona is such a good team. They're big. They can score. Really don't have too many weaknesses besides maybe just consistently shooting the 3 ball. But yeah, I mean, Kentucky hasn't been a great team all year. I think the fact that they're going to be in the Final Four will probably be by the skin of their teeth anyways. So
that would kind of be considered a magical run if they make it to the Final Four.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you might be onto something here, though.
Hope so. But then, yeah, then I have Arizona and Duke in the Natty. I believe is that the rematch of the one in '99 or one of the other Natties? Right. I believe that one happened before.
99. In 1999, it was UConn upset Duke, 77-74.
What year did Arizona go to the Natty and play? I thought Arizona played Duke and won that. I think they went to a couple within like 5 years around that time.
Florida defeated Michigan State in 2000. I think it was 2001. Let's see if I'm right. 2001 was Duke won against Arizona, 82-72.
Yeah, so I have Arizona getting the get back 25 years later, a quarter of a century later. Arizona getting their get back on Duke.
They did not forget. Can you name the 2002 national championship? It's a crazy team.
It's Maryland, isn't it?
Yeah, damn. Yeah. Nice. Do you know who they beat?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I'll give you a hint. Blue blood.
Maryland was in the ACC at that time, so I feel like it wasn't an ACC school.
Nope.
Was it? Man. Okay, I'm gonna give. Was it Kansas?
It was Indiana.
Indiana. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
But hey, that's you still.
And then
you still
03
nailed
was
it.
Syracuse, right?
Let's see here.
So that was the mellow year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2003. Syracuse, yep, led by Melo. They beat Kansas 81 to 70.
Yeah,
Close game.
That's who. Yeah, because I knew Kansas lost to Natty in one of those years.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the year after that Kansas lost.
Melo got most outstanding player, and young Jim Boeheim.
Yeah, Melo was quite the college phenom, man.
He was, bro. He was. He's probably one of the best college hoopers ever.
Oh yeah.
Most fun to watch for sure.
Yeah. I have to go home and watch some Carmelo Anthony college highlights now.
If I had the TV plugged in, I'd pull it up right now. Should we roll into some quick Ask the Class, and then I know you're dying to break that pack.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's switch over to our Ask the Class. If you didn't know, you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube. Go subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on TikTok as well. Go ahead if you have any Ask the Class questions. We're usually posting on those accounts, so look out for us. Go hit us with some follows and subscriptions on all of those. Don't worry, we're not paying you anything for this subscription. We're not going to hit you like Netflix or Disney Plus or Amazon Prime. This is a free subscription, so it just helps us out. So follow us along on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And again, this is a segment we do. It's called Ask the Class. It's where you guys, the class, you send us in some questions. We got some good ones for you guys today. So I'll go ahead and rip them off. I'll read them to you. You answer, and then I'll kind of rebuttal off whatever you got, and I'll give my answer as well. So I think we got we got 5 today. So we'll kind of speed round it. All right. All right. First question: would you never open a pack of sports cards again if that meant your team would never win a playoff game? So basically, if your team's never winning a playoff game, if you open another pack of sports, would you accept that fate?
Yeah, probably would stop.
Yeah.
Probably just for the sake of seeing my Irish win one. An Irish natty would mean more.
That's true. I've seen you get way more mad over Notre Dame games than not pulling anything out of a pack of cards.
I'm not that heavily invested yet. Maybe if I went like a month of like just investing heavy and was just pulling doo-doo butter, then you might see me start getting mad. Then I'll probably just give up the hobby.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not purely into it just for flipping. I like to just PC too, but I mean, you know, it's always nice to just get some cards in there that you don't necessarily have an attachment to that you know you can sell.
Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat. I would give the cards up just after experiencing a Sammy Emerald Super Bowl. It's a feeling that I hope to feel again. It's a euphoric feeling. So
you need that Sonics NBA championship in 2030.
That's that too. The 2030 championship is gonna have me crying, just like the Super Bowl did. So I'm with you on that. All right, let's roll on the next one. Our boy Pat asks, "How do I break 80 in golf?" As you know, I posted a little golf vid on the account, kind of showing my swing.
You don't ask me.
I don't know if you want to ask me either. I don't think I've ever broke 90. So I can actually
I've broken 190.
I've broken 100. 190 is. You might need to give that up if you're hitting 190. You just need some taller clubs. You're just too bent over. You're looking like Cam Young yesterday at the play. You're just bent, bro. I would say come and make a golf video with us, and we grind one out, and that's how you break 80. So look out for that. We might have to get the classroom out on the golf course. All right. So this was a dope question sent in. So who is a looked over quarterback that's going to be on a new team this year that has the best chance to revive their career? I think we're going to have similar answers here. Maybe give me one who you like, and maybe one you are like, no shot, he's got a chance at reviving. Like, no way.
Man, that's and I didn't expect to have to answer that one myself.
I know, bro. I had to hit you with the hard hitting questions, and I know I don't let you see the questions before either, so you couldn't even think of a question.
Who do you have in that one? Let me kind of think on it.
You know, I really think Kyler Murray's going to have a resurgence in Minnesota. You pair him up with an astounding coach like Kevin O'Connell. You pair him up with one of the best receivers in football in Justin Jefferson. And another additional target in Addison and Hawkinson. And you pair that with this Brian Flores defense, who has just won that team games last year. I do think, I mean, I hate the Vikings with everything I have. What they did to Sammy, I'll never forgive and let them forget either. But I do, part of me, I do want to see Kyler succeed, and I do like him, and I think he works really hard at the craft. I think the offensive players just, they didn't gel well in Arizona, and no one really ever stepped up. I mean, they showed flashes for sure. If this was something where I didn't even see flashes I liked, like that's the difference between like Kyler and Tua for me, is Tua just gave me, there's just way too much baggage coming along with Tua, and there wasn't enough flashy things that I liked out of his game that I could see him building off of. Yeah. Versus Kyler, who is going into this amazing situation where a team 2 years previous was a playoff team, and years before have been a playoff team, and they still have the talent. They still have a great team and great coaches. So I think that staff is also close to playing for their job, so they also need a winner there. So I expect Kyler to step up. I think he's going to take that job pretty easily over McCarthy. It sounds like they're done with it. I've heard even trade rumors around him, but I'm really high on Kyler. I don't know if I'm in the back of my head. I always think Russ could have one more run. It just depends if he ends up in the right spot. So you never know. Even if it's him coming halfway through a year, if a quarterback gets hurt and him taking over for something. So I always believe in Russ too. I think he's got one. He's just got one more run in it. That's in his career. That's how I see it. I don't think he's done yet. I know a lot of people are pretty out on him right now, but like, again, the flashes he showed me last year, he had the 500-yard game against the Giants, and Giants go on to lose some players. They also have first-round pick breathing down his neck. It's only a matter of time before the fan base is going to basically boo their way into having him play.
You know, you were just talking about the Cardinals because of Kyler Murray, but, you know, this question.
Don't do it.
I think the shoe's gonna have a resurgence.
Okay.
At the end, I don't know, dude. They got rid of that goof Gannon.
the goof Gannon.
I think maybe they finally get some good offensive minds in there. Get that. I think they might have a lot of just chippy players on that team. You know, a lot of just kind of displaced players right now that maybe aren't sure going into this year what their year after this looks like. So, you know, this is a big year for a lot of them. I think this could be a year you see a really edgy type Cardinals team, maybe similar to like the Colts team that we saw last year.
Okay.
Like, you know, a team that never really like look at and you're like, oh, that's one of the best teams in the NFL. But like they're a lot better than you thought, and you know, they're like in every game. They're a team you don't really want to play, because even when they had Rivers, you know, they were right on the heels of a lot of good teams in those games.
They almost beat the Super Bowl champs.
They almost beat us one of those games with Rivers. Like, yeah, you know, that's kind of what I could see them being like this year.
I could see Minshew having his RV parked out in front of State Farm Stadium, or what is it, University of Phoenix Stadium, just chilling, cooking up. I would love to see Minshew have a run. I thought you were going to say Russ goes to the Cardinals and has his revenge that way. I did not want that. But Minshew, man, he fits that Arizona Pendleton swag vibe. So if he pulls up in some nasty Peloton gear, Peloton. I was riding the Peloton. I mixed Peloton and Pendleton. If he shows up in nasty Pendleton gear, I would look out if I was playing the Cardinals, because, like you said, they do have chippy players for sure.
I feel like that's where Minshew plays his best ball too, is in those like environments where he's not really on a spotlight team. Mm-hmm. Like the Chiefs, when he came in, it seemed like maybe a lot of that time, that pressure of being the guy who just came out there after Patrick Mahomes kind of seemed to maybe like get to him a little bit. But like, I don't know, he played pretty good in Jacksonville. Sorry, I don't know what that sound I just made was, but he played pretty good for the Jags, you know, where you don't really get a lot of spotlight on you. I mean, Minshew is probably about as much spotlight as you're going to get being a Jaguar.
Oh, yeah.
Aside from like Travis Hunter.
No, literally. No, I mean, he kind of had the league by the balls when he was running rampant with Minshew mania down in Jacksonville. So that was fun to watch. So, and he's got the long hair again. So you never know when Minshew's going to come back.
No, I'll be rooting for him to do well this year.
If he does good and his stock goes up, that just helps you when you're out at the bar getting all the Minshew. Like, are you like when everyone would ask you if you are Gardner Minshew or if you're related? So
I know
it could help you out.
It's funny how it started out. I'd get that while I was wearing Jag stuff, and then I'd literally went from me just getting that. I'd be wearing casual clothing and get that.
Yeah, you kind of do. You do got the Minshew to you, so that would be dope. All right, next question: biggest winner and biggest loser from NFL free agency.
I mean, I hate to say it because it's kind of what everyone's going with. But, I mean, the Raiders did go kind of all in. They got some moves. And honestly, I think that failed physical might be best case scenario. I don't know. Crosby still probably goes. But as of right now for this question, because he's still there, I'll say the Raiders.
Okay. That's the biggest loser?
Winner,
getting Crosby back. All right, who's your biggest?
They made a lot of they made a lot of big moves.
They got Linderbaum, Crosby coming back. You have the first pick. You're going to take Mendoza. New coach in town. Yeah, a lot of new pieces. It's probably a pretty exciting time. I mean, it's a breath of fresh air to be a Raiders fan. Hopefully, you're hoping you can finally get something fucking rolling. You know, get some home field advantage back in that stadium at some point.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'm going to start with my biggest loser. I don't know if you have yours yet, but I was just going to say my biggest loser is the Denver Broncos because they haven't done jack shit. And I think they were also like a superstar away from getting over that. I mean, yes, I don't know how part of me still thinks the Patriots would have beat them in the AFC Championship. I just think the Patriots were a more complete team. I just think the Broncos are missing. I just think they need one more superstar in that mix. I'm kind of leaning on the defensive side of the ball, but also maybe like a big name tight end or another receiver for Bo Nix. So Broncos haven't done much. They got Bo Nix coming off a broken ankle, so I have them as my biggest losers right now. I don't know. I feel like they were in a spot to, go attack and spend some money and get better because they're right there. They're on the cusp of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a tough one to not go with, to be honest. As much as I don't want to piggyback off you, I think that's kind of just like, it's right there. It's like kind of obvious. I mean, unfortunately, my Jags didn't do a whole lot, but that was also kind of foreseen based on what we did last offseason. So I feel like you can't necessarily blame us based off of what we built. But the Broncos, they've been kind of good for the last couple of years and needed that one more piece of oomph, where I feel like the Jags are just building off of what they have, and they have Travis Hunter coming back healthy. And so, yeah, I would agree with you, Broncos.
Unlimited.
Got to be unlimited if you want to hit the Super Bowl. All right, final question. Are you more excited for Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania or Punk versus Reigns at WrestleMania? Crazy main events.
Yeah, they're both really good. I'll probably go Reigns versus Punk. Man, I don't know. I mean, they're both fun, but I think I'm going to go Reigns versus Punk just because I guess how much I guess there's more of like a side that I want to see lose in that because I don't want to see CM Punk win.
Yeah.
I just don't really like him as a person. I mean, I try to separate that from like watching any type of entertainment, but like I just can't get over it with CM Punk. It comes to his character for me too much.
Hey man, I can get how CM Punk rubs people the wrong way for sure. I mean, you're talking to one of the biggest Jeff Hardy fans of all time. Like, he ruined me when I was in 4th grade when he made Hardy retire from the steel cage match. So it's taken me a while to go through my CM Punk conversion therapy to start liking him again. I love Punk, but at the end of the day, I acknowledge the one and only tribal chief. So I have Roman Reigns. I mean, and you don't bring up someone's dead dad and not get your ass beat. So that's going to happen. So
I'm sure he probably asked Roman backstage if that was okay, or someone relayed that message and made sure that was okay. Because I know that's been brought up in the past in WWE, and that's usually what happens is like that message is relayed to the other person, and hey, like that wants to be brought, or is it okay if that's brought up?
Yeah, no, it probably is. I'm living like kayfabe's still real.
Or there's even been some wrestlers who have something like that happen to them, and they're like, bring this up on me.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just great television.
Yeah.
You could do that on me for the Detention Slam once we get that out. I'm just kidding. I would agree with you. I'm more excited for that match. I'm so excited for Cody versus Randy. Obviously, you got Randy going back to his old Viper ways of being a heel, and I'm loving it. So I know that's going to be just I was going to say heated rivalry, but they're not going to be making out like that hockey show. They're going to be beating the shit out. Oh, not beating. They're just going to be punching each other. I haven't seen heated rivalry. Promise.
Probably have.
I swear I haven't. Now it looks like I have. But I'm so pumped for Cody versus Randy. It's going to be crazy. The build-up's going to be awesome. I'm pumped for Monday Night Raw tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. We're going to have to recap that once we get back.
Oh, yeah.
But all right. Well, thank you, class, for the questions. Like I said, if you got any Ask the Class questions, hit us up on our social media. DM the account, and we'll get them added for the next show. We do that segment every show. So we're going to finish the show out with, I know, Perk, you've been waiting for this, brother. We're
the Walgreens special.
A new segment we got on the show. It's What's Perk Pulling? Let me
As I introduced at the beginning of class, the Walmart mystery tin here. Shall I start breaking it open and see what we got?
I think so. Wait, mate, what can you potentially get? What is it advertising?
It says 3 basketball packs and 2 bonus items.
All right.
I tried to do a little bit of research about this thing online. I couldn't really find much about the contents of what people were getting inside, besides I think Panini might be in there. That's all I got. Okay. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping it's not some Bammer ass card company in there.
It's Powini.
And I'm probably not even opening those packs, and I'm walking out of this show.
And the episode will be done, and we will see you next episode, which will be on Wednesday.
If it's like Sage cards, dude, I'm gonna be so happy.
Our Sage cards bum.
Okay, well, these little some of these little collectible figures, that must have been one of our mystery items.
Okay.
But we got 4 packs, so 1 pack must have been our mystery item. 4 packs, we got lucky. We got Donruss 23-24.
Nice.
Ooh, some Panini Select 22-23.
Nice.
And we got Panini Illusions 21-22.
Actually sounds like some good packs.
Yeah. Panini Chronicles 21-22. Okay. That should be interesting. Let's start out with the Donruss that was on top here.
Let's go.
See what Perk is pulling today. All right. We got Tobias Harris. You know what? I'm just gonna show them the inserts. They don't care about the base cards.
All right.
As you can see, a lot of base in here. Wow. I think that was all base cards. Is that an insert? I can't. Oh, that is. Okay. A franchise features Zach LaVine.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
like my third Zach LaVine card. We got a rookie Kobe Brown. Yeah, not a lot in this one. Not a great pack there, but we got 3 more, so that's okay. And we only
go.
paid $20 for this.
Let's go. Decent
All right,
pack.
Panini Select. These can be good. These can be good. There's only 4 in here, so.
What's the mystery item you got? Is that like a figurine or something?
Yeah, the little teeny mates. I always see these sold at like Targets and Walmart.
Toss me that, let me see.
They literally sell them in the card sections all the time.
Can I open this one?
Sure.
All right. I'm opening the teeny mates.
Is it? We got Tyrese Maxey, Kevin Porter Jr., Anthony Davis,
Did he get in trouble for gambling?
and a gold. Is that gold? I'm not really too sure about the inserts for this year. I only know the newer years too really well. Yeah, we got Ao Dosunmu. I think that's a decent card, so we'll
Nice.
gotta sort these ones out.
Ooh, I got multiple teeny mates.
Oh, did you?
I did.
What was in there?
I got a Lakers Anthony Davis. And I think I got a Giannis.
Ooh.
What are you doing? Oh my god. Please. All right, keep going with what you're going with. This is the most embarrassing episode. We might not even. We might not put it out because of those fucking moments, bro. This is the worst shit.
I know, that was crazy.
That is so bad. That is probably the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Might have to put a lock on the other side now.
I mean, they probably can't hear it considering like we're like mic'd up and you have to hear it, but God.
But, yeah, I got Domantas, Malcolm Brogdon, Kyrie, and Trendon Watford. Ooh.
Ooh.
And a lot of other base in here. Okay, yeah, we're pulling a lot of base in these. Oh, we got an AI card here. These cards look cool, but we need to get a little bit better of a pull here. We got one more.
All right, what pack is this?
Our last pack.
This is the last pack magic?
Yes, sir. A little last pack magic with the Panini Chronicles.
I think this just came with like 2 puzzle pieces, bro.
Oh, really?
Maybe there's more.
You gotta buy a whole bunch so you can complete the puzzle.
I don't. Maybe you do.
All right, we got Bradley Beal. We got Reds, Aaron Sharp, rookie card. Zaire Williams, rookie card. Omer Yet7, rookie card. Trendon Watford, rookie card.
Nice.
We got a little Steph Curry insert card. Okay, not bad at all.
That's pretty good.
Robinson Earl, rookie card. Panini Marquee. Bradley Beal. All right, and that is it.
Should I put the teeny meenies
I
up
don't know
here?
if we made $20 back. I'll find out after the show. Maybe follow up with you guys next week's show. Maybe air this one.
Yeah. If I don't air this and get the worst secondhand embarrassment of my life, but I don't really give a fuck. We're definitely gonna air this. It's been a fun episode.
It's been fun, man. It's been fun.
But
Mom just had too much fun in the cafeteria.
she was, bro. She was having way too much fun. She is now banned from the show, so congrats. But that's about all the time we got for this week's episode. Like I said, hit us up on social. Thank you all for checking us out. Perk, those are some great cards. Thanks for hanging out with me, brother. Yes. Of course. Alrighty. Well, we will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good one. Peace.